Hi there, welcome to Home Languages, and thanks for clicking. On today's lesson, we are going to be talking about there is and also there are two couple of expressions very used in the formal and informal speaking. You're going to learn how to say it in the affirmative, negative, and questions. Remember to subscribe to this channel so you can access to all the content. So let's get started. There is. So here you can see a couple of definitions. Use there is when the noun is singular. Use there is to express or refer to the existence or presence of someone or something. For example, there is a chair in the classroom. Here you can see the picture of a chair, which is a singular noun. All right. Sentences with there is. Here you can learn how to say affirmative, negative, and questions. Let's get started with the affirmative. For the affirmatives, we use the plus symbol. This is the formula. There is plus singular noun plus the complement. Example, there is a sharpener on my desk. You can see there is in the red color. A sharpener is a singular noun, is green color, and on my desk it would be the complement, which is in the blue color. Sharpener, you see here the picture of a sharpener, a singular noun. Next example, there is a fork, a spoon, and a knife behind the bulb. A fork is also singular, a spoon is singular, and finally we have the picture of a knife. Next example, there is an orange, a strawberry, and an onion in the back. You see here an orange, you see here a strawberry, and here you see an onion. Yes, it's a singular noun. Note, you can see here that sometimes it's very common a contraction to shorten there is to there's in informal speaking and writing. For example, there's a sharpener on my desk. Instead of saying there is a sharpener, you say there's a sharpener because you're using the contracted way. There's a fork, a spoon, and a knife behind the bowl. Next, sentences with there is. We already studied affirmative, and we are going to continue studying negative. For the negative, we use the minus symbol. This is the formula. There is plus not plus singular noun plus the complement. For example, there's not a sharpener on my desk. There's not a fork, a spoon, and a knife behind the bowl. There's not an orange, a strawberry, and an onion in the back. Note, sometimes it's very common a contraction to shorten there is not to there isn't in informal speaking and writing. Example, there isn't a sharpener on my desk. There isn't a fork, a spoon, and a knife behind the bowl. Sentences with there is. We already studied affirmative, negative, and now we are going to continue with the questions. Questions. The formula is there plus singular noun plus the complement. For example, is there a sharpener on my desk? Is there a fork, a spoon, and a knife behind the bowl? Is there an orange, a strawberry, and an onion in the back? Answer. We have two possible answers. They're going to be short answers. Yes, there is. No, there is not. Or no, there isn't. As you can see in the contracted way. Is there a fork, a spoon, and a knife behind the bowl? Yes, there is. No, there is not. And you can continue doing the answers. And is there an orange, a strawberry, and an onion in the back? Yes, there is, or no, there is not. There are. There are is the other part of this topic. This is going to be a plural one. So there are. Here you can observe a couple of definitions. Use there are when the noun is plural. Use there are to express or refer to the existence or presence of someone or something. For example, there are two chairs in the classroom. Here you can see there are two chairs. You can also say there are chairs in the classroom, right? So here you see the picture of two chairs, and which is going to be a noun in the plural. Sentences with there are. Affirmative, negative, questions. Let's get started with the affirmative. Affirmative, you use also the plus symbol. The formula is going to be there are plus plural noun plus complement. For example, there are 3 sharpeners on my desk. You see here sharpener, but it's not gonna be one. It could be two, three, or more than three. Next, there are forks, spoons, and knife behind the bulb. Forks, spoons, and also knife behind the bulb. Next, there are oranges, strawberries, and onions in the back. Oranges, strawberries, more than one, and onions in the back. Negative. Sentences with there are. We already studied affirmative. We are going to continue with negative. Negative, we use the minus symbol. And this is the formula. There are plus not plus plural noun plus the complement. For example, there are not sharpeners on my desk. There are not forks, spoon, and knife behind the bowl. There are not oranges, strawberries, and onions in the back. Note: sometimes it's very common to use a contraction to shorten there are not to there aren't in informal speaking and writing. Examples: there aren't sharpeners on my desk. There aren't forks, spoons, and knife behind the bowl. Sentences with there are. We already studied affirmative, negative, and questions. It's going to be the next topic. For the questions, we have this formula. Are there plus plural noun plus the complement. For example, are there sharpeners on my desk? Are there forks, spoons, and knife behind the bowl? Are there oranges, strawberries, and onions in the back? Here we have two possible answers. Yes, there are, which is a short way, and no, there are not. Or you can also say no, there aren't. Are there forks, spoon, and knife behind the bowl? You say yes, there are, or no, there are not. Finally, you have are there oranges, strawberries, and onions in the back? You can also say yes, there are, or no, there are not. Thanks for watching.